Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and I'm out here at McKinney High School, joined by Xavier Filsaime, one of the top-rated safeties in the entire country, man. Offers are flowing in from all over the place. I know you have to go through the recruiting process, but none of that happens without what starts right here at McKinney High School. Kind of walk us through what happened last year. Your team made a deep playoff run. Everybody played really well, and a lot of players got to move on to the college level. How cool was the 2022 season?
Man, the 2022 season, it was probably one of the most memorable seasons I've ever had throughout my McKinney High School experience. Like, just the bond and vibe and connections that we had as a team, it was like no other. And then, like, the fact, first time we've been to playoffs since, I think, like, 2019, 2020 season, we really just shocked, like, the whole state and the city because everybody was doubting us, especially after the Temple game. Like, oh, it's going to be the same thing as it's been, like, the past 3 years. And it felt good to prove people wrong and show them what we really have here.
What's it like playing for Coach Shavers? I know he's looks like an intimidating guy, big guy, former college player himself, but he really has this program moving in the right direction.
Coach Shavers is a really good person. Like, even when I just first came here, like he treats everybody the same and welcomes them with open arms. Like, people try and say, "Oh, you're this big top recruit, you get special treatment." The same way the third and fourth string get yelled at is the same way I get yelled at. So, I mean, I think he's a really good coach.
Kind of talk about expectations for 2023. I know that y'all now have some games circled on your calendar that you want to go out and win next year. But now there's expectations here. People are even saying state ring.
That's the thing we're going for. Like, we got a little taste of it. We got a little taste of it this past season. We went 3 rounds. And I think we can go even further with this team. Just with the athletes that we have, more people, more determined, hard workers. I think we got it this year.
On the recruiting front, this guy has offers from coast to coast. They're coming in from all over. Read the site. He's got a top 11. I'll list those schools in the article. We'll be here all day if I'm talking to you about all 11 of those schools or all 30 of them, So I'm going to pick out a few I'm going to ask you about specifically. And I'm going to start in SEC country with LSU. You got a big visit coming up there next week. Why don't you just kind of talk about what keeps the Tigers in the game, what makes them relevant in your recruiting?
Man, Coach Cooks. I talked to Coach Cooks, Carl, and a few others at LSU. But it's just like, I feel like LSU, DB country, send a lot of DBs to the NFL. SEC football, some of the best competition you can get at it in college. And then, like, just the name in general too. Like, if I ever went to LSU, like, I feel like I could definitely develop and become and reach my potential.
Everybody, like, LSU is one of those schools that people say DBU around, right?
Yeah.
They're in the argument for DBU. Going to go out a little bit to the West Coast. Oregon is a school that's really making a lot of waves in Texas right now. What stands out about the Ducks, and why do you like Oregon so much?
I like Oregon because I just, like, even though, like, it's very far, like, all the way up north, that was my first time ever going up north like that when I went on the Oregon visit. But it's just like, I feel like if I ever went there, like, I'd feel a family vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'd be far from home, but I wouldn't be at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But that thing right there, and then Coach Hampton, the new safeties coach, he came from Memphis and Duke and Tulane. He put DBs at any school, and I feel like if I went to Coach Hampton, I would definitely develop.
Now, another school on the West Coast, they have a coach that was probably recruiting you before he went out there, Lincoln Riley at USC, in the national spotlight now, Heisman Trophy winner, but you're playing on the defensive side of the ball. What keeps the Trojans in the mix for a defensive player from Texas?
West Coast, Cali. It can't get better than Cali. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Coach Grinch a lot. Me and him started to build like a really good connection. And then, I think they heading to the Big Ten soon, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, heading over to the Big Ten. I really just love the competition.
You even stumped me with that one a little bit because all the changes,
Yeah.
But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Get back on USC.
But yeah, it's fine. It's really just the competition aspect I love of it. Like, you playing football, living in a beautiful city, just enjoying everything. You know what I'm saying?
Some big visits coming up for you here in a couple weeks. You're going to be going to SEC country. Who are you going out to see, and how could those visits be important for you?
So I'll be at LSU this weekend. And then after that, I'll be in Florida on I think it's the 8th through 10th.
Spring break time?
Yeah, spring break time. And then the 17th, 16th or 17th and 18th, I'll be at Georgia.
How important are those visits in your recruitment? Can like a Florida or a Georgia get in the mix if you're blown away?
Oh yes, of course. Georgia's actually been in the mix. I've been talking to them for a minute now, but the relationship is really just starting to take off now.
When it comes down to it, man, what's one thing that you got to have when you pick a school? What can't you live without?
I just want to be okay, knowing the fact I'll be taken care of and I'll be able to take care of my people around me a little bit.
Any idea when you might have a decision, or are you a guy that wants to do it early, or do you think you'll go through and enjoy the whole process? Tough decision, huh? You don't even know.
So me and my dad was actually talking. We was gonna do it sometime in May, but the way things looking right now, I don't think it's gonna be in May. I think it'll be like somewhere like summer before the season.
When you got that many offers, the pressure is real. You know, you got to be able to go through and pick that right school. Xavier Filsaime, thanks for the time, man, and good luck as you go into the 2023 season and as you navigate through a difficult recruiting process.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.